Hi and welcome, Kat from Sacred Soul Rising. So, how do you keep your energy and your frequency balanced when divine masculine is starting to return? This question gets asked so many times in my weekly support group in many different ways. But one of the keys when you have neutralized that shared energetic field, once the divine feminine is no longer looking outside of themselves and starting to bring back their frequency and energy and starting to ascend and shift into that higher state of consciousness, is divine masculine will start to slowly come back in. And when they start to come back in on a soul frequency, the divine feminine needs to keep that energy and that frequency in a balanced state. It's very easy for the feminine to get back into the mind and ego and get triggered again. Remember, the mind and ego will keep you in that fear-based energy, while a soul frequency and a soul energy keeps you in that oneness frequency, that knowing, that empowered state, divine feminine. One of the things that the feminine needs to do when the divine masculine is starting to magnetize in is to keep your energy from pushing out and pushing divine masculine away to bringing it back to self. Now, normally the divine masculine only starts to really fully return when the feminine is really shifting and surrendered to the journey, i.e., you're shifting into soul frequency. Your frequency and level of consciousness now is shifting into that illuminated stage, i.e., you are starting to align with your purpose, you're starting to align with soul, and you're no longer in that lack and fear vibration. But when they start to come back in, it's very easy for the feminine to get really triggered into the mind and ego. So one of the things that you need to shift into is that allowing frequency, where you shift into an energy of frequency where you're still aligning with soul, you're still showing up for self, but you're not in that needing energy. You're not in the energy of trying to approach it from the mind and ego. You're still bringing the energy back to self. You're trusting in the journey. Remember, this journey is not seen with the physical eyes. This journey is felt in the third eye and in the soul frequency, in the heart frequency. So the divine feminine has to trust at the deepest level and to get out of the mind and ego. While ever you shift into mind and ego on this journey, then you will go into that sort of push-pull frequency. It's about allowing, it's about trusting and being in that soul energy. Soul energy is very much about the here and now. It does not get into the story of what happened in the past. It does not get into the wonder of what will come in the future. It is in the here and now. It is rooted in the here and now. And in that energy, the feminine is in the essence and the power of the soul frequency. So, what do you need to do when divine masculine is coming back in? Keep the focus inward on yourself. Don't get into that mind and ego of going into the story of what previously happened and starting to wonder what is going to happen. Approach it from the here and now, and don't go into that wanting attachment energy, but into that empowered state. Often the divine masculine will come in to trigger the feminine, but remember, each trigger takes you deeper into soul frequency. So don't run from the triggers, but come from a very observing point of view of, where is this taking me? How can I align deeper with soul? How can I shift deeper into soul? And in this energy, you will get out of the desire, the want, the need, the lack vibration, and you will become that beautiful illuminated light. And it is the light that brings the masculine back in on a soul frequency, not from the mind and ego. It is the soul that does the work, and the soul that magnetically pulls the twins back in that equilibrium, balance state. If you need more help and support wherever it is, whether it be understanding the twin flame journey or starting to shift into your soul purpose, your soul mission, or maybe it's your gifts that you are really feeling activated. Remember, on this journey, your soul gifts, your spiritual gifts of the healer, of the seer, the sage will get activated. You now feel that vibration of the earth, of the light frequency, and it's learning now how to channel it so it doesn't go into a crazy energy, but actually the feminine can awaken to their deep, sacred, intuitive self, to their deep, sacred truth, and reclaim their power and their light. If you need more help and support, my website's there. I send you so much love. Many blessings.